Hello and welcome back. We are back here at our Oak Bay project. We're going to meet the client today. Come with me and we'll talk to her. This has been a very enjoyable project and really nice clients. You will see.
Hi Josh.
Hi
Nice
Shelly. Hi, nice to see you. We're here. Thanks for having us. Would you mind showing us around?
Absolutely.
Thank you. We're going to just take a walk through and maybe you can tell us about each area that we're in and what your vision was for that area and how it came about and how it got finished.
Okay, so let's start with this room because this is the initial entry room. So when we bought this house, it was unusual because it had two entry areas, and apparently they do this in the eastern side of Canada because it's so very cold. Mm-hmm. And I believe the man who built this house was from eastern Canada, so that's probably what he grew up with and was used to. So when we walked in, there was the front door and then there was a double set of doors here before you got into the main foyer, and we decided that just didn't suit our life here in Victoria. We'd rather have one big entrance hall. So we decided to get rid of these doors and put an archway in because these arches are a common theme in this house in its original design. And we loved it. It's come out beautifully. Thanks to Yager. They did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
We're thrilled with our entrance hall, and it's just so much lighter and just so much brighter. The second part of the entrance hall is really gorgeous because you can stand here and look through this house. And the first thing we noticed when we came into this home in its original state, it had these granite floors, which were super shiny and quite strong. And we were, we're going to change the flooring. But after staying here for a while, we decided to keep the flooring, and that determined the color scheme for the rest of the house, actually, because it's such a strong statement. And it's worked out super well. So we're very thrilled with that we kept it because it's just such a valuable piece of this house, and we didn't want to just cover it with flooring because we didn't like it. We thought let's keep some of the character of the original design. Well, the original home was built in the 90s and it just didn't have enough light for me. We like light. I'm from Africa and I need a lot more light in my life. So this home was a little dark. So I said to my husband if we could try and get some more light in. So we've used decorators white on all the walls just to brighten up the whole home and to work with this extremely strong granite floor. Although it was built in the 90s, it had beautiful bones, and so we thought we'd try and keep a lot of the structure as is. The one thing that we had to change though was the front door because it was a single dark front door with two tiny little windows on each side, which made this area very dark. So we just decided to go for a total glass front door.
The amount of light that comes in here now, even just after replacing the panels that were on the side, there were some plywood panels on the side, and you can really see the difference once the glass got put in. It's night and day. It's really great.
The entrance to the second entrance foyer, and we'll go through the living room. These are double doors that were original. I've kept these, and it's the same French blue color, which I thought was a really neat aspect of the house to keep, and kind of works with the front door now as well. And this is the living room, which has gorgeous high ceilings, which we absolutely loved. Josh?
Yeah.
We totally changed the fireplace. It was a traditional fireplace with a mahogany mantle. We put in a new gas. We've got lovely porcelain tile, which simplified the fireplace and made it feel a little bit more modern. On this side, this was a cabinet, a mahogany cabinet with glass shelves and drawers. And for us in the lifestyle that we have, it was just too much for this room, so we decided to knock it through and continue the arch on that side here so that it makes this area feel more like open living and open plan. And this to me is the biggest change in this room. I love it. I love it. So Also brings in more light to the house, which
Yes.
is part of the original plan.
Yeah, it seems to be an ongoing theme with this
Yeah.
house is creating more space, more open space.
And basically that was it. We've kept certain things, like this is another, what that was here, a little pocket door. We kept that because we thought it added character. But this wall it's an enormous change. We love it, so thank you again.
Yeah. Yes, this one was a bit of a challenge because of the structural stuff again. We actually have a beam in the attic that's sitting on top of the truss cords, and then it's strapped down holding it up that way. And because there's not enough room above this arch to put a header, so we actually had to do it up inside the roof system instead. But again, this was a big wall that was taken out, so it needed some structural stability and structural stuff added, which actually follows through the floor as well.
This fireplace was a bit of a dare. So again, it was a traditional fireplace with a mantle and the old-fashioned fireplace with the gold trim, and didn't heat very well, made a huge noise. And so we decided, because we'd done that fireplace so simply and quite mod, that we'd do the same with this, but because this is an informal room, we'd have a mantle for Christmas so we could at least put some things up for the kids and make it a little bit more playful. So we chose the same porcelain tile concrete look, but this one has texture on it. And it was a dare because we were like, oh, I don't know if it's going to work, and we love it. And then we got our carpenter to do a bleached out solid oak mantle and a new fireplace, and I have to say we love it. It's also just came out better than expected. When we walked in, we were like, oh, okay, we love it. So it's not complete yet. We're going to get another section over there, wall unit in bleached oak, and then it should look
great. Yeah, and shout out to Tim from Black Dog Cabinetry.
Yes.
He did a fantastic job. He did a really nice job of this and the island and a number of other things in here.
He said he'd never done that finish before. So
this one.
Yeah, so he's really happy with it. This kitchen was not a bad kitchen. I felt really bad pulling it out, but it was dated, it was dark, and it was just more little angular areas that we just wanted to simplify because we have a big family and we have dogs and grandchildren, and I just wanted something simple. So we removed parts of the kitchen like a peninsula here, and we kept basically the bones of the kitchen the same, changed a few areas in that corner, and then just resurfaced them and put in new countertops. And we kept the original stove because it was just awesome and cooks like a demon, and it's a restaurant quality stove, which I was told to keep, so, and I'm very happy that we did. We kept the original fridge. The island is totally new because we just wanted something bigger that can accommodate our family, and I just love it.
It's awesome. Again, Tim from Black Dog.
Tim did an amazing job, and we used matrix marble from Vancouver Island because I just thought it was really cool to use something local, and I was just blown away by the quality of the marble, and I just loved it. So I just thought I'm going to use it throughout the house, and we have, and I feel proud because it's local.
Yeah, local.
And we're using it. So this whole house has been like a project in keeping some things, using local talent, and trying not to just dispose of things and get everything brand new again, because we're living in a different era than we used to a few years ago.
Yes, of course. And this island is, like you said, it was bigger than your last one, so we ended up adding another sconce to the end.
New sconces.
These were all replaced.
Yes.
There was 3 before, and now there are 4.
Yes.
And it just worked out perfectly. We didn't have to redo any of the ceiling because the first 3 just ended up being the right position just to add one on the end.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice. This archway put in.
Yes, this again is a little pantry, which was the most lovely idea of the kitchen, and so much storage, but it was behind a door like in this little bathroom here, And it was just awkward, in and out with the doors, so we knocked the door out and we said to Yager if they would please just mimic the arch that's on the left-hand side. So we've got 2 archways, and again we resurfaced it, refinished it, put in some more shelves, put in a wine rack, and also just it fits as if it's always been there as part of the kitchen. We love it. Went another little bit daring on the tile, and still not finished with decor, but loving it as well. Great job. The tiling is just so superb on this project. We're very thrilled with the tiling. It came out really well.
And the antique bronze fixtures look really nice in there too.
It just all works together well. Very happy with that.
Yeah, that's a nice one. That's not even that's one of the smallest bathrooms. You got lots of other bathrooms in here too that are very nice.
It's cute. I
like it.
Should we go into? Let's go through to the laundry. So in here was also a huge change to this house. This laundry again was very dark. It had a vinyl floor. Yeah, it's vinyl, and the cupboards were melamine grey patterned cupboards. It was just so busy, so dark, that the first thing we thought, well, white. We have to wipe this out. We did glossy white to reflect even more light. Again, I used matrix marble, red Kamana black, so it doesn't show, it can hide a lot of sins, and love it. We glassed out these doors, which were solid, again to get more light in. And then over here, where Josh is standing, was a whole utility room here. It's got this lovely open free space here now. But this area here was a room where the vacuum cleaner and whatever else you wanted to put in there was. So it made the laundry very small and dark as well. So I just woke up one night and thought, let's knock that whole room out, put a half wall and put a window in there, and get, because that faces south, and now we get the sun in. And you guys did an amazing job. It just looks like it's always been here. I can't imagine this laundry any other way, actually, to be quite honest. Yeah. I still want to put a table in here and a work table and things, but love this. And the flooring, we've put underfloor heating, gorgeous tile that we bought from Island Floors. It's just great. Yeah. Again, that matte Mediterranean feel, which makes it not glitzy like my granite floor.
I love the steam shower. It's great. The glass is very, very minimalistic. We have this transom window up here that moves, so you can let some of the steam out if you'd like. You have to be kind of tall to get to it, but that's okay. And then inside we decided to put a couple of pot lights. So these are wet rated, so they could be inside the steam shower just in case we did caulk it. And but these ones are going to stay. They last a long, long time. They're LED, so you don't have to change the bulbs. The tub used to be here, and then there was a shower on the other side. So actually, we ended up having to move the wall. The original wall was somewhere around here. It got put over there, and it's very, very. It looks great. The corner seats worked out perfectly for space, and it's a really nice addition to the home. First, we have this powder room. So this is just entry half bathroom over here.
This is the main guest bathroom.
Yeah.
And this bathroom had black, shiny wallpaper.
That's right, yeah.
Really thick. It was almost like plasticky, but it wasn't finally. Hey, it was shiny and
it was
really
awful.
And I struggled through the whole way through COVID, deciding what to do with this guest loo. I was thinking wallpaper, and I was thinking all sorts of things, and in the end, I think Josh or Yager, somebody, it might have been you, said the simplest thing to do is to just cover that wallpaper over with, I don't know what.
A quarter inch drywall, because it doesn't have the same depth of the other drywall, but the simplest solution was to just simply cover it up with the old, wallpaper with new drywall, and then mudded tape and paint. And the nice thing is that we didn't even have to pull the crown moldings off, because the crown moldings they came out so far that it just looks completely natural, like it was supposed to be that way. So
Also, big change in here. This is a beautiful master bedroom, like huge. So we decided that the size was great. We ripped up the carpet and put the same flooring in that we've done in the rest of the house. Over here was a fireplace that came out like a peninsula fireplace, and we decided we didn't need that fireplace because we're often not here in the winter. But it just kind of made the room too separate. So we got rid of that, and Josh and Yager we put in a new French door here to go out to the patio, so that we've got a lot of indoor-outdoor living. Still all to be decorated. It's pretty bare bones right now. And change the walls up. This is called moonshine. Give it a little bit of that French feel with my bed. And again, simple changes, but it's made an enormous difference to our living in here. It's brighter, sunnier.
Yeah.
Gets spaces south, so we get a lot of the southern sun. And I can see I'll be sitting in this corner a lot in the next few months.
Oh yeah, it's great. And now you have access to the hot tub from
Yeah,
your bedroom,
and
which is nice.
we need curtaining, obviously. I'm going to put curtains up,
and you have
work in progress.
beautiful patio area out there too, which is really nice. Yeah.
We're big on patio living,
Yeah.
so we've now got that part of the house onto the patio and our bedroom onto the patio. So it makes
Right on. Now my favorite part, which is the
Yes,
master bathroom.
the
So
bathroom.
everybody's favorite.
Yeah. So again, great size bathroom, but dark. So the solution was we'll put some windows in. This window was here, but it was a bit different, so we just put 3 uniform windows, kept that little window, it was original. The huge big built-in bath we got rid of, and we put in this freestanding bath, which I just love.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, we got rid of the big built-in vanity and got something custom made for us, and again using marble from the island, which I actually chose online because I wasn't in the country when he said, Shelley, you have to use a different marble from the one that I'd already chosen, so I was terrified it would be too dark, and it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tiles again, that slight Mediterranean-y feel, and tiling is excellent. And then we wanted an indoor, an easy walk-in shower.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys did an amazing job of this shower. We love it a lot. It's great, easy in and out.
Yes,
It's like a spa.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bathroom, and I'd like to compliment all the sub-trades that came in and did their work on your place, because everybody pushed themselves really hard, and we all knew that you were coming home at a certain time, and it had to be done. We wanted you guys to come home and have a house to actually come home to.
A bed to sleep in.
So yeah, compliments to all the sub-trades and the whole Yager crew who were a part of this. Aaron really did push hard as well, so he was a part of every part of this process as well. So I wanted to make sure I said that, but I'll tell you a little bit about this bathroom and what we had to do. The tile, I love the tile. It comes up just to the window sill height here, which looks really nice. These 2 windows were the same as the one that's there. So because we had to cut so much of the wall out, again, we had to put a shear wall on the other side of this wall in the bedroom, and we had to put a shear wall. This whole section of wall here is all shear wall as well. The trickiest part with just doing a part of the wall as a shear wall is that now there's an extra ½ inch there of material, so blending the wall becomes a little bit more difficult, but everything looks intentional, like it's supposed to be there, as if there was nothing ever added. So it turned out just great. I do love this tub and this antique bronze. It looks really nice. Yeah. So this year, you guys had expressed from the beginning that you wanted a curbless walk-in shower with no door.
Yes.
So that was going to be a little bit tricky in this situation because we didn't have the luxury of going down into the floor so far. So otherwise,
Sorry,
yeah. Well, no, it's fine. We came up with a solution, right? So because if we did that, we would end up bringing the floor up, and you would have had to step up into your bathroom, which we didn't like the idea of. So instead, what we did is we had the floor slope the other way. So this is non-typical. Typically, you'd have the drain on that side of the shower, but instead, we put the line drain on this side of the shower, so that instead of sloping down, it slopes up. So we could go from flush and then slope up, and as it turns out, it works fantastic. It works really, really well. This glass wall, I love that. I'm really glad that you went floor to ceiling with it. I know there was some discussion about making it a little bit shorter, but I'm really glad that you did that.
It also came out bigger than we imagined. I imagined it to not be as big, and now that it is this size, I think it's great because you can put a little stool on the one side. It's going to work well, so I'm happy.
Yeah, it's a huge shower. It feels much, much bigger. In fact, even before the glass got put in, it actually didn't feel as big. And then as soon as the glass got put in, for some reason, it was like, whoa, this is a huge shower.
I know.
But anyways, and I love, again, Tim from Black Dog Cabinets did this, and the mirror as well. So the lights are built into the mirror, which was a really nice feature. And also, I love these Richelieu pop openers. So they just...
Yeah, I wanted it to be clean.
Yeah.
And also, again, a little traditional but with a modern feel. So we didn't do, big edges or anything like that. And again, the washed white oak.
Yeah.
Feel lighter in area.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's not finished with decor, but we're getting the chandelier that's above my dining room table is actually coming here, and I'm putting a picture on that wall to finish it off. So.
And a shelf over here.
And a shelf.
Put a shelf on the wall as well.
I have a few little things that
So awesome. Well, should we finish off in the living room maybe?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks again, Shelley, for doing this and having this little interview with us and telling us about your home, your beautiful home. That I love the way you've decorated it too. You've done a really nice job. I know you said it's not complete yet.
No.
But
complete.
Yeah. But it looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah. You in fact, the goal for us was, we were hoping that when you came home, it felt like you were coming home to a completely different home.
Yes.
That's what we wanted. So, how did you feel when you got home after your trip?
I'd seen photos online, obviously, of what the house looked like, quite close to the end. And girlfriends had popped in and said, "Oh, it's a madhouse. There's so many people working on this house at once." But we got in the evening and walked in, and honestly, we didn't stop gasping from the laundry to the bathroom. It was amazing, better than we imagined, and just so cool to see how our ideas just made into this beautiful, real home that just feels like it was always designed like this. It was just better than we ever imagined. So thank you, you guys. We are very, very so grateful to Yager for stepping in and helping us. At first, when our original builder let us down through COVID, it wasn't his fault. There were so many delays on his side, and he came to us one day and said, "I'm really sorry guys, but I can't do your job right now." And so he said, "But I have one company I would recommend, and that's Yager." So we said, "Great, get them in." So they arrived, and thank goodness, because we waited for you guys again, because I wanted it done immediately, and when with COVID I had to wait another year before you actually got in to do this renovation. So the interesting thing for us on this renovation is it was slow. We started off just before COVID hit, and then we got delay. It wasn't, Yager wasn't slow, just life was slow. But the good thing is we ordered all our supplies early, because we thought we were going to renovate this job really early. So everything was in the garage.
That's right, yeah.
And it turned out to be such a blessing in disguise, because there were all these other delays that were unforeseen for all the builders. And you said it was so nice, you just had like a little mall in the garage with the flooring, the fixtures, everything was there, and in hindsight that was a blessing because it made the job go so much smoother for the 3 months or 4 months we were away. We didn't have to wait for anything. So I think it just worked. It was great.
Yeah, well, I have to compliment you guys as well because the communication on this job was fantastic. As far as like, as soon as we needed anything, you guys were right away. You replied from long distance, I might add. You guys were pretty far away, and every time we needed something, or you needed a decision on something, you guys were immediately, there was a reply usually within 10 minutes, I think.
But that's because we've been waiting for 2 years. So we wanted this house done. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, we'd had a long time to think about the things we wanted done and how it should look. So it was kind of easy to make decisions, really, to be quite honest. We sort of had this vision.
Yeah.
It was yes or no, you know, that colour go out, or no, not that colour go out. It was good.
And the fact that you guys were coming home at a certain time was it really, it meant that I could push Yager here could push the sub trades a little bit harder and not feel bad about it because like I said before, we wanted you guys to come home.
Well,
no, you don't want to feel.
We felt bad. You were like,
oh, you know what? Like I said, we got to compliment the sub. Everybody went the extra mile here. So it's been a pleasure to be a part of your project and to see this come together, and we're very happy. And you saying that this was better than what you had hoped is a huge compliment, and of course that's the best thing that we can hear from anybody. So
you guys were superb, absolutely superb, and it feels like a home. It feels warm and inviting, and it's not even decorated yet completely. When it's finished, it will be that.
Yeah, one of the other things that really, another compliment to you, is the fact that you chose a lot of your lighting away, like long distance, and then there was like 15 boxes that showed up over the course of maybe a month, and they just kept on coming. And I think the electricians were like, "What? Another box?"
I think I looked at over 1,000 lights for the kitchen. I know. In the end, I think we lived here for those 2 years through COVID.
Yeah.
Thinking all the time about how we wanted the house to look, that it was pretty easy in the end to make the decisions on the lighting, even though it took me a lot to look, because I wanted the right one. But when I showed to my husband, he was like, yes or no. It was quick, you know, because we're often on the same page, which has made this job a lot easier. We kind of had the same vision. And I'm loving everything that we chose. It kind of fits. It's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Internet.
Good. Yeah, good color schemes too, and I like that the walls are a lot brighter now too, because it was a little bit dated and everything else. So you know, if you go back into the previous videos, you might see some of the other colors that used to be on the walls. There's I mean, you added like 3 French doors to the exterior or something like that, you know,
I must say, choosing white was hard, as they say. It's so hard to choose a white, and there's about 5 different kinds of whites that you narrow down to, and in the end I just said do it the whole house in the same white, because I was going to do different kinds and different rooms. And the painter luckily said to me too, because he knows me very well, and he's like, Shirley, let's just do it all the same. I said, you're right, do it all the same. And I'm so glad I did, because it's just uniform, it feels fresh.
Absolutely. There was some discussion over what to do and what not to do, and in the end I'm really glad that we decided to just do it all.
Simple.
It is. It's very good. Well, thank you again for being a part of this, and it was enjoyable. I'm sorry that Marshall couldn't be a part of it, but it's okay, you know.
I think he's quite happy.
He's happy. He's happy to be off the camera. Yeah, that's okay. Well, it's been a pleasure. It really has. You guys have been fantastic clients, and you know, I know that we met via FaceTime quite a few times, and it wasn't actually until the very end that we met in person. But it's been a pleasure. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.